It's all about you. From my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the center. It's all about you. We look at this sun and see the God who cannot be seen. We look at this sun and see God's original purpose in everything created. For everything, absolutely everything, above and below, visible and invisible, rank after rank after rank of angels, everything got started in him and finds its purpose in him. He was there before any of it came into existence and holds it all together right up to this moment. And when it comes
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Mary Happy Hour. It's been a while. I trust that you are all staying safe and you are keeping it all together. It's another time, another moment to spend together as your mentor and a coach or your relationship coach. This is the third series that you've all been waiting for. Many of you have already inboxed me asking me when the third series will be. So I'm making the third series now, and probably there might be fourth series. And I believe you are all enjoying it. I believe you are all making use of all we've discussed so far. So we've gone through the first part, the second part. If there is anything in the previous part that you want us to revisit, I am more than happy to go back and revisit those points. And I want to appreciate every one of you that has been getting back at me, giving me some feedback about what you have learned from this session, from what we've been doing together. So today I'll be moving on from where we left it. Good afternoon. I'm happy to see you all. Good afternoon. God bless you. Thank you for keeping in touch, and thank you for coming to this platform every time. So we're still working on our certain relationship goals. What are our relationship goals? How do you make your relationship goals better? So today I want us to look at, we've talked about understanding each other. We've talked about being an ally with your partner. Don't be their enemy. Be an ally. Ally means you're working together, see each other as part of the team. Have one set goal, right? Set goal before relationship begins. If you have set a very strong goals, there is possibility that your relationship goes far. So today I want to another point that I want to talk on today is to avoid argument when possible. When possible, avoid argument. Argument and disagreement are unavoidable when it comes to relationship. It can happen at the place of work. It can happen during the courtship or during when we actually get married, right? So try as much as possible, as much as you can, to avoid arguments. And remember, in the previous session, I talked about communicating in a very amicable way. You can communicate without raising your voice. You can make your point known without shouting, because we are part of the team. We are together in a team. So when we are together in a team, our communication should be very, very effective. And effective communication does not mean we have to lash out, does not mean we have to scream and shout. So sometimes where we came from, our culture kind of play a major part in the way we communicate with each other, right? Some people grow up where people are allowed to shout, to make noise anyhow. But I want to encourage you, as part of the point that I want you to add to the one you've learned before, is that try as much as possible argument. So the next one is also to be tactful, right? Think, although some common sense are not common, but there are some things that we need to use our common sense to do, right? And do not allow ego, don't allow your ego to go to the front of you. Ego could ruin things. Your ego, especially men, when I say men, there is this ego, the antenna of that ego we just switched on, especially when we want to make our point known, or if you want to be heard. But if you want to be heard, sometimes if you can tame and kind of culture or find a way to work with your ego without allowing your ego to go to the front, it does help. It does really, really help. You can ultimately settle every misunderstanding, no matter how hard or how difficult it may be. Have that mind that it's possible to settle any differences. Remember, in the first series, I told you, any argument that we cannot sit and settle, right? Let me give you these tips. As a psychologist, you see the way our body works, right? When you are standing up, there is possibility for your ego to be jumping and to be rushing ahead of you. But if you can comport yourself and sit down, one thing happens when you sit down. The first thing that happens is you are trying to be in control of the situation rather than standing up. Standing up, your ego is given a free land to operate. Does that make sense? Arguing is normal and healthy. It's a very healthy part of relationship, but be careful not to hurt the other person involved. Because when we are angry, the Bible allows us to be angry, but it said, do not allow the sun to go down with that anger inside of you. Right? You're allowed to tell your partner that I'm really upset by what you've just done, and for my partner to hear me out. Hearing me out should not involve that ego. Let us work with that ego. The ego that we are coming with could ruin things, and is ruining it quickly, especially in this country where I am. Ego, it does ruin things. But when we are trying to express our feelings to our partner, try and make sure that you are really careful so that you don't hurt each other with your words. Words can hurt, and that is where emotional abuse comes from. When you look at somebody and all what you tell that person is how he or she looks like a monkey all the time, is to tell them, oh, you look like a tilapia fish, you don't know how to do anything, you are not good enough. All those words can actually hurt the other person, right? And remember, whatever we say when we are upset will be difficult to take back. So think wisely before you begin to throw words. Because when we are angry, our adrenaline is rushing and gushing. So we want to put some things out there. But before you speak, think. slow down, drink a bottle of water, take a walk down the road. That might help. So it is possible to have an argument, but it is also possible to speak with kindness and love. We can do that with each other. Avoid anger. Avoid anger. Anger can destroy. It can destroy what you have built in 10 years, 20 years, 25, 30. As a minister of God, I have seen marriages that broke down. 40 years old marriage that breaks my heart, because we've done everything. At some point we have to keep praying for God to help us. We started asking for divine intervention. Impatience, anger, don't allow anger to take the better part of you. Anger, curtail it, control it if possible, right? It might be so easy sometimes because somebody has done something and they are due to be punished, and you just felt like, let me just talk. But remember, that person you want to talk to is a part of your team, is your partner, right? It's somebody that you can call yourself. Remember, he said you will join together, you become one. So if you want to hit that person in anger, remember you're going to hit yourself, right? Remember, it's someone who is close to you that you are hurting. If you want to hurt them, and then think, do you really want to do that? Do you really want to hurt that person because of what they've done? Shouting, raising your voice, saying something that is not really nice can break relationships. Avoid anger, and that must be part of your relationship goals. Write it down. We are going to avoid anger when possible. We will try our best to make sure that anger is not going to get the best part of us, right? And then what do we use in our psychology world? This is how we help each other, right? So I'm putting it out here to also help you too, right? It might be something you want to hold your hand. Look at this finger. You can hold your hand like this, right? Breathe in, out, and you can breathe in and out maybe for 10 times. It can be up to 10 times, and count 1 to 10, right? Drink a glass of water. Try to understand your partner. That is part of it. Maybe this person is not wired like that. Maybe I'm different to this person, and therefore I need to understand this person. Focus for similarities and not on your differences. What are the similar things that we have in common, right? Focus on the similarities and not on your differences in your opinion and in your thoughts. Whatever that is running around in your head, all your thoughts, I want you to make that you focus on things that you have in common, not much of your differences, right? That will also help. And these are the few things that can also help you avoid getting angry. Let me tell you, they will get you angry. Your spouse will get you angry. They will get you upset. They will do things that are silly. But how you handle the situation will determine if they're going to repeat the same mistakes. Is that clear? So I want to be quick today because I'm still going back to work. Another point that I want to expatiate on is forgiveness. This is one of the main key for maintaining a good and a loving bond between between couple or between partners that are in relationship. Forgiveness. For some people, this is probably one of the toughest part of relationship. Letting go, forgiveness, forgiving them, right? How to handle things when another person has intentionally hurt each other or hurt the other person involved. When something is tough and uneasy, it doesn't mean that you cannot leave it. It doesn't mean that you cannot leave it. On the contrary, it means that it is more important in your life and you need to deal with them. And how do you deal with them? Talk. Brothers, sisters, talk. Don't get tired of talking, communicating effectively. Find a love language that will appeal to the other person. Find a different strategy, different approach that will work better for this person. It's important when it comes to forgiveness of somebody's sin or what they have done wrong. And this is how I treat forgiveness. I will ask myself, how many times have I sinned? How many times has God forgiven me? And if I want God to forgive me, and this person is part of my life, how important is it for me to forgive this person? Think about that. It's a very, very important point. Right? People often say that things we do, sometimes, people should not hear it. They don't want other people to hear it. And therefore, people keep keeping things and pushing things under the carpet. But you see, what you are pushing under the carpet, one day is going to blow up in your face because it will get out of control. And that is the reason why we need to be communicating effectively. Be attentive. Have an eyes for details. Right? But sometimes when we have this nasty, vicious desire to hurt the other human being, sometimes it doesn't give way for forgiveness because our mind is already made up and we have decided we're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to forgive this person. Right? But can I tell you, one of the most important relationship goals should be the ability to forgive. Will I say because my teeth beat my tongue, therefore I'm going to order my tongue to get out from my mouth? That is impossible. They will still stay together and I'll still use that mouth to chew things. I'll still eat. And that is what it means. When we are committed together that we are not going to leave each other, we will continue to work in our relationship to make it better. So forgiveness is not always easy. I know that. I get you. It's not always easy. But at times, it feels more painful. So painful that we suffer some wounds from it. To forgive that person that inflicted us. Maybe in the other series, I'll tell you a bit stories of one of my stories for you to know that in life, people they will always step on your toes. They will always, they will do something that will get at you. But your ability for both, I'm not saying only women, I'm not saying only men, your ability to forgive that person is very important. It's the key. If somebody tells you that, I will never take that. That man will never do that for me and go scot-free. It's a lie. There's probability that the person saying they cannot take it, maybe they are taking 10,000 of it. But they won't tell you what they are taking. So to forgive the one that inflicted you, right, is by keeping an open mind. Having an open mind. It might be you, it might be that person today, it might be you tomorrow. So how do you want to be treated when it comes to your case? Think about that. And another third point that I want to talk about today is to give your relationship what I called a time to bond. Bond. You need to bond. Bond together. Invest time and attention. It's a project. We are together. We are part of the team. Right? Make your bond stronger. How do you do that? You talk. Have something that you both like. Walk down the parks. Go on holidays. If you don't have enough money to go on holidays, go for sightseeing. Hold each other's hands. Cuddle each other. Lean towards each other. Keep affirming your words. Keep reassuring each other. When you say, I love you, mean it. Don't just say it by saying it. Many people just say it. They don't mean it. Do you mean it? When you look at that person and you say, I really love you, do you really do? Make your bond stronger. Make sure you give your relationship goal a priority. Invest time and attention in this relationship and show your appreciation to each other. Say thank you more often. Let that person know that he is an important part of you. Don't say because he bought you £5.90 or night dress, or he bought you £10 perfume, therefore I don't need to say thank you. That's not good enough. You still need to say thank you. I appreciate you. Right? And then make time for yourself. Make time for yourself. No matter how much you love that person or you enjoy his or her company, sometimes you need to let go and have some time for yourself. Don't choke your partner by your presence. You love them, yes. Learn to trust and let them go. If they want to go somewhere, don't go and lock the door and hold the clothes on their neck and say, you are not going anywhere. No. Learn to have time for yourself as well. Treat yourself well. Look after yourself. Do things that you love. When you are bonding, part of healthy relationship is also to have time for your own self. Invest in yourself. You need to let the other person have some me time. Remember that? My me time. You must have me time. Don't be all around. It's all about him. It's all about her. You're gonna push him off. You're gonna scare him. And we don't have to scare each other. Let that person miss you a bit. Don't always be on the show. Don't be like those women or those men that always want to be on the show. Know when to let go safely. This is a healthy relationship, and this is good relationship, right? And should be one of your relationship goals. So put that down as part of the point. You and the other person in your relationship, you need time to focus. I reflect a lot, and I like to be alone sometimes. I love to be me sometimes. I love it because that's when I can process things, right? So you need to have me time where you process things, where you write things down, where you put some points down. What do you want to work on, right? You need time to focus, to think, read, or spend time on your hobbies. Your hobbies, you want to watch movie. Watch movie. If you want to watch it together, that's fine. If you want to read a book, fine. Have some time. Give that man, that woman room to grow. Right? Don't shock him by being all around him all the time. That does not, our mentality is when I'm always around him, he's not going to cheat. No. The only thing that stops a man or a woman from cheating is the fear of God. Not your presence. Not your presence. I've been in a gathering years ago where a couple came in and the man sneaked his number into the hand of a single woman there. And this is a woman that will be all around this man 24/7 because she thought she was doing it so that he's not going to cheat. It doesn't stop them. The only antidote for cheating is for you to pray for that man or that woman to have a mind of God, God-fearing mind. That is the only thing that will save your relationship. And let me end that point with this. Remember, I told you I'm still writing the book. When the book is ready, it will be out. So, after a while, even a good and a loving relationship can turn sour if people are not allowed to have a me time, my me time. If they don't have time to be alone for a while, it will turn sour. That person will fight. That person will begin to fight. That leave me alone. You are too much. Focus on yourself. Develop yourself. Develop your business. Do something that you love. It's not all about your partner all the time. What about you? What do you want to do with your life? Be a partner that your other partner will be proud of. Do something. Achieve something great. Go back to school. You know, be better at what you are doing. Right? If you don't even have anything to do, if you're a full-time housewife, which I do encourage people, don't just be a full-time housewife. Do something for yourself. It's healthy. You see, this mind cannot be empty. You need to keep doing something in there. Do something with your hands. Right? Go on the YouTube, learn new ways. If you don't know what to do, you can be better at your English speaking. Go to English speaking classes. Learn something. Read books. And lastly, before I leave you, intimacy. It's very, very important. Intimacy. One of the important relationship goals is intimacy. Stay intimate. It is so easy to drift away and find no time to be together because of our busy schedule. However, this is sometimes seen as our major factor, the reason why we don't allow intimacy. Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, I'm working. Oh, you should understand. Oh, she should understand. Remember, before we become who we are today, we must have set goals. Your goals will keep reminding you your commitment to that person. Stay intimate. A healthy and satisfying intimate life requires a physical connection. You know, some people walk in the street and they cannot even hold hands. I do feel bad that you cannot walk and be proud with your partner on the road. You cannot show off your partner. That's a shame. It should not be heard of. You should walk together and be proud. Hold each other's hands. Cuddle each other. It's not a crime. You are not showing it to the world. That is who you are practically her. Hugging each other, caressing each other, kissing each other. These are very important parts of healthy relationships. It keeps the relationship going and should be in the list of your goals. These activities are an important part of a love language. Some of you, if your husband or your wife touch you, you'll be like, don't touch me. No, that is not good enough. It's part of it. Spend good time together. Find time to spend some good and quality time with your partner. Quality time. Many of us will be running after kids. Oh, my kids. Oh, my kids. Oh, my kids. You meet this person before your kid comes. You need to be able to balance your time. Time for the kids, time for your husband. Time for the kids, time for your wife. If you love that person, you will have time for that person. We are like a flower. When you don't wet it, they will dry and they will die. So, your relationship is like flower. Wet it. Keep it alive. Keep it going so that it can sprout out. Spend time. Enjoy each other's company. Do something funny together. I can't remember when some of you laughed last. There's somebody make you giggle and you laugh like, ha 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 ha. You cannot be frowning all the time. Life is not about that. There should be a moment where we can both laugh. Say jokes that are funny. Do something funny together. Having good time together bring happiness and positivity and more love into your life. If you are doing that, having fun together, participating in fun activities. What do you like to do? A husband can do you can do manicure, pedicure for your wife. That's part of touch. Do something that makes you touch each other. It's not all about, some people say, but I love her, but you're not showing it. If you say you love somebody, then show it. Let that person know that you love them. You can watch shows together, movie together. Go somewhere to dance. How long? When last did you go somewhere to dance? Some of you don't even know where to dance, where to go and have a dance. When last did you do that? Travel together. Have a coffee time together. Walk on the beach. You can bake cake together. And even you can do crossword puzzle together. All this and, all this and those similar activities can help strengthen the love and improve relationships. I've spent over my time today. And the last part, keep dating your partner. Date till death do you part. It's interesting. Keep dating. Don't leave dating to we've done it during the courtship time and that's it. Keep dating. After a long time together, there is tendency to take the relationship for granted. There is tendency, because I see him every day, because I see her every day, there is tendency for us to take each other for granted. And we'll do nothing about it. But it's a bad idea. It is one of the major reasons for growing apart. That is a key. So to find a remedy to this situation, you need to make time to go on the dates with your partner. You need to keep dating. Date that man again. Date that woman again. Keep building a romantic relationships for a long time till death do you part. After the honeymoon phase is over, probably this will maintain and strengthen the bond and keep your love alive. You can date your partner. It's not too late. Once a week, even once in a month. Set the date in advance. Speak to your partner and inform your partner about it. Plan something interesting together. We can make it work. It's not over yet. Until when you give up, don't give up on your relationship. If you have not set goal, go and set goal today. Sit down together and start working at it. Make a commitment that will last forever. And I know that your relationship will move forward. God bless you. I have enjoyed working with you and I've enjoyed teaching, mentoring, and coaching you. So make use of those points that we have discussed. And to those people that has given me feedback, I want to appreciate you one more time. If you are enjoying this and you have learned from this, please give us some feedback. Where do you want us to improve? What else do you want us to do? Is there any, interesting topic that you want me to bring to this table? Remember, I told you this is an atmosphere where we can talk about anything that is personal to us. Here we can talk about it. We have different platform. We have a platform where we pray, where we preach the word of God. This is a platform where we talk about things that concerns us. And I pray that your relationship will work. If you have given up on love, don't give up. God can still do it. God can still provide the best partner that you're looking for. God can still change and turn that man or that woman around for better. Remember, we are part of the team and we are working at a common goal. And the Lord will bless you. Thank you for tuning in. This is Happy Hour with Mary. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I love you. I love you all. Enjoy your day. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you. God bless you. Going back to work, have a lovely day.